channeling from the quantum downs. It's Wizard Wednesday. It's Wizard Wednesday. Black goat elf, Dotta puppet too. Bearsnake by the ocean blue. It's Wizard Wednesday. It's Wizard Wednesday. Kobolds and dream masters soar, putting their rune on the door. It's Wizard Wednesday forevermore. Wizard Wednesday, lore at the core. We are a cult with a world of our own, never forgotten or magic is known. It's Wizard Wednesday, it's Wizard Wednesday. Let's read from the book of lore, legendary wizards at the core. Don't get lost in the quantum shadow, abracadabra is our magical manifesto. Wednesday. Eat a donut, set your soul on fire. The sacred flame on a funeral pyre. The seventh gate with golden locks. The nightmare imp with a treat box. It's Wizard Wednesday. It's Wizard Wednesday.
Today is August 28th, 2024. It is Wizard Wednesday, and it's a good day to join a cult. Channeling in from the Quantum Downs, this is the Black Goat of the Wood, Elf J Trul, and I've got some friends on stage with me.
Hey, hello, this is Dotta, the orange puppet, and we've also got...
Yo, it's Bear. Hi, guys. How you doing? Who else is up here? Is that Tad? What's up, Tad?
Oh, we got Ticketmaster Tad coming at you from a brief relapse from the support ticket hellhole.
By the way, we love Ticketmaster Tad. Thank you for the help.
We love all of our Ticketmasters. Jitsi, Maddow, Tad. How many Ticketmasters do we have right now?
We're actually ramping up heavy on the Ticketmaster side.
Yeah, we could
Praise
basically
the Holy
publish a
Arcanist.
Taylor Swift concert at this point.
Okay, guys, it's a big show today. We've got actually a lot going on.
So much going on.
Namely, the beta another beta of the game is currently live. And my first impression, everybody is having a lot of fun, but there's some bugs that need to be crushed, right? Hence all the tickets.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit expected for an early MMO, right? I mean, you really have seen, if you look at the history of almost any MMO, there's a lot of bugs and server issues in the beginning. That said, I mean, we're working on all of them. The teams are working crazy hard. Incredibly proud of the team at Bisonic. They're just some great engineers over there, some great artists. They're all doing a really, really good job around taking all the issues everybody's reporting, organizing them into the highest priority, and like making a ton of changes on the fly. So I think probably yesterday I know there was a ton of trouble folks were having. We had there was even like some pretty serious like DDoS of the servers. Tons and tons of bots have showed up to play the game, alongside tons and tons of real people, honestly. But there's been some like really interesting. There's a lot of things that kind of come out when you do a game this size that you don't really you can't really test for. I'll give you an example. There was a bot that showed up and was basically just saturating the API servers, and they were actually using an API endpoint from the last build, right? And so it's like easy to detect that because it's kind of outdated, but still, it's never that easy to actually like deal with in the moment. So I think what we basically saw yesterday and some today was like some of the servers were getting so saturated it was like basically crashing the whole game, right? Like parties were locking up, like you were moving to zones and things were having trouble. So, but the team at Bisonic and our teams together have just been really just working tirelessly to fix all of it. I think that's the one thing that like you can kind of know is that we're all working on it super hard, and like obviously the game is fun. We've like built the levels, we built the content, we built the spells, we built the battler, and now it's just around like massaging these kind of reliability issues.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, again, I think the game is actually going, it's been pretty successful regardless of the bugs because, besides the bugs, I just keep seeing people telling me, how much fun they're having playing the game. And so, but yeah, I mean, like Dove said, the whole point of this CBT is really just to identify and crush bugs. And that's what we're doing.
We're doing it. Yeah, they launched a ton more servers this morning, and yeah, I think. And the funny thing is like, yeah, they've launched more servers. We're also getting like just a lot of new players, which is really fun. The numbers have been incredibly solid, despite sort of like the bugs. The CCUs have been like pretty consistent, and like we saw with the closed beta test, is it's global, right? It's consistent for 24 hours a day because there's just always somebody in there. There's always someone to party up with. But growing pains, of course, like with a new anything, there's still bugs. I think some of the places that have the biggest bugs would be around dungeons, right? The dungeons for sure have some bugs that the team is working on. The plan is that there will have to do a scheduled maintenance in order to fix some of the more serious dungeon bugs, unfortunately. So stay tuned for the date for when that happens. We'll take the game down for a few hours, upgrade some of the servers, fix the dungeons, and we'll have like more of an announcement when that happens. But all in all, I mean, it's so fun to play. I'm still only level 13 or something. I actually haven't had as much time to play this go around as I did last time.
Because you're probably crushing bugs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So besides bugs and dungeons and fun, obviously another reason we're doing this is it's donut stacking time. And
It's donut stacking time.
yeah, and so I think a lot of people have been stacking donuts. We've got a leaderboard for donuts coming out soon. But Dota, I mean, you're privy to all the back end donut stacking. How many donuts have been stacked overall?
Oh, I don't know. Overall, that's a good question. Okay, so yeah, so today you should have got your weekly drop of new donuts. I think that again, some folks are maybe pointing out a little bit of inconsistencies here and there. I think there was some trouble with some of the max affinity donuts, but for the most part, everyone should be getting donuts. So for those who are just joining us, you get donuts on basically two sides, on the game side and then on the NFT side. So on the game side, you get donuts for completing the quests. You mint the card on the website, and then you bring that to the Bugbear Temple and you give it to him, and you can turn that in for donuts. So there's also a jackpot that runs every evening. Last night's jackpot ran, so you can look at the jackpot page and see the winners there, which is super duper fun. The top winner, there was about 100,000 donuts that went out, and 30 people win. And the first place wins basically the most is the idea. So, it looks. I think that the second jackpot might have even gone out, which is great. So yeah. So there's jackpots. Go and check the jackpot page and see if you won. There's also. Ooh, wait. Do you see who's someone's requested up here? MSF has the same profile picture of you. I'm letting him up. Wait, let him up. Let him up. There he
Whoa,
is.
there's another goat.
Yeah. Yeah, another evil goat. What is this?
An imposter,
Um,
that's what it is.
yeah. So there's also a leaderboard. Okay, so check out the leaderboard. Now, it's really fun to see the top 100 donuts holders. It's really like a who's who of Forgotten Runes. Let me give you all the caveats here in the leaderboards. You can go to donuts.forgottenrunes/leaderboard. I shared it here. I'll even share it up here in the space right now. Let me give you all the caveats. Caveat number one is the donuts are different rarities, right? So the total number of donuts is not exactly um, like the best indicator of kind of the whole of donuts, because there are different rarities, right? Some of the donuts are way more common than some of the rarer donuts. Okay, so that's the first thing you should know. But everybody likes to see the big number up top, right? Everybody wants to see the exact number, and it's a fun way to see that. The other thing to know there is that it only shows users who have connected their Twitter account. There are actually users who would qualify within this top 100 who have never connected their Twitter account. If you want to see your name on the leaderboard, connect your Twitter account. A third thing about this leaderboard is it's actually really helpful, even for me, to detect some of the worst referral scammers. I think that actually, like the number in maybe the 80s or something, there's somebody in there who basically earned too many donuts because of referral scams. The referral scams have been something that we definitely have had quite a lot of. I think that we had maybe like hundreds of thousands of users signed up from bots from that sort of situation. And the good news is that bots in referrals scams are actually like pretty easy to figure out. And so yeah, we'll be going through. If you see somebody on the leaderboard who you think shouldn't be there, just let me know. It's pretty easy for us to take care of it. That said, we want to be really careful because there are some incredible creators. Many of them are in this space who hold like live spaces on Twitch streams and on Twitter Spaces, who can actually like generate quite a lot of referrals. And of course, we wouldn't want to accidentally have a false positive and punish someone who is really just like driving a lot of traffic. So yeah, I wouldn't stress too much if you see referral scammers. It's all like quite easy to take care of. But yeah, all that to say, check out the leaderboard. It's really fun. You can click around and see the other people on the site and what donuts they're earning for, and you can fuss at me in the Discord about why they got some donuts that you didn't get. And the donuts program is going to go on for weeks and weeks and weeks. So even after the build is done, you'll still, as a holder of rings, as a holder of the NFTs, be able to accumulate more donuts.
We have more donut flavors coming out that have not been announced yet.
Yes.
So a lot of people. Well, okay, I'll just give some alpha right away. Like the Beastmasters, there's going to be a special Beastmaster donut coming out, and so there's a lot of like new donuts like that where there's like special kinds of holders that have not been, I guess, acknowledged through a donut flavor just yet. Stay tuned.
Yep.
There will be
Yeah.
more coming out.
Yeah, exactly. I think part of the fun of this process is having some new surprises around the corner. And so I think especially like community contributors, there's a lot of people in our community that we want to recognize in special ways. And but I think we'll probably wait until after the build is done to kind of do those things because the game itself is a lot already. But yeah, if you flip open your profile page, one of the things you'll notice in your earnings is we've cleaned up a bunch of stuff, right? We show kind of all the different types of donuts you've earned up top. One of the things you might have noticed is when you share your referral link, it actually generates an image to share on Twitter of like how many donuts you have, how many cards you have. You can click on the donuts to get information about how you might earn them, right? Because you get donuts for holding things. You get double the donuts if they're delisted. You get donuts for rarity, all sorts of reasons. So on the website, you can find that. You can find that under the menu. You can click on all donuts on the right-hand side. And you can also find the leaderboard under there too. So yeah, so many fun things with donuts that are outstanding.
You know what? This leaderboard is really fun to look at. Like I can see. I know exactly why like the top 10 are in the top 10. Like it makes sense. I'm probably going to sound like a moron right now, but who the heck is Crypto Hippie 7? Like they're number 3, and I don't think I've ever seen them in the Discord.
Crypto Hippie 7.
They're actually
make
in the
yourself known to
audience
Elf
right now. Crypto Hippie, you wanna hop up and chat?
Yeah, Crypto Hippie, get up here.
Yeah,
introduce yourself to Elf.
You are a legendary wizard, my friend. Wait, Dotta, do you know who this is?
Yes, of course. He's a 1% holder.
Okay. Well, very impressive, my dude.
Yeah.
But
no, but I mean, I think that's one of the things that I love about this too. Like I would say for ages, I've wanted to have a leaderboard of people in the cult, by holdings and by Twitter followers. And
Right.
this really was like my excuse to be able to do that, because I think it was like, I don't know, Moonbirds or something. Really early on, they had a page where it was like all Moonbird holders, like on Twitter, and
Yeah.
they sorted it by followers, right? Because they were going by kind of this like Twitter follower status, where it's like, oh, look at how, Kevin Rose has 2 million followers and he's a Moonbird, right? And I think that's genius. So I really, like, this system was my secret ploy to get everyone in the cult to connect both their wallet and their Twitter account, so we can have this kind of like global public like leaderboard of cult members. And yeah, so it's very fun to see everyone here.
Dotta, I noticed that you are ranked number 61. I myself am not even in the top 100. Are you giving yourself donuts on the back end?
Of course not. Of course not. How many donuts do you have?
I only have like 100,000. But that said, I have not connected all my wallets. Like, I haven't even connected the one with the Goat Wizard. So maybe that's why.
That's it. Yeah, and we support Delegate Cash. Though you might have to reconnect your wallet. I'm not sure. We'll check on that. We support Delegate Cash. And yeah, that's also it. Like, I connected all my wallets. I have a bunch of wizards. I mean, not that many, apparently. I wish I had more, but
yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, real quick, just in case we don't get to hear from our friend Crypto Hippie today, we have a couple other friends up here on stage too. Hantao, welcome from Moku. How are you today?
Hey,
Hantao.
Yo, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I am currently grinding, and I just got curb stomped by a sludge
Oh no!
boss that has a lot of tentacles, and I already know where this is going. So
this is the dark one in the cave.
no, it's in the 9 to 11 area.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Very fun. Well, Hantao, it's been great to have you hanging around and playing the game. I've loved seeing your content, and it's been super cool. Also, to kick off this collab that we've been doing with Moku HQ, do you want to give anybody who's listening just a very short primer on what Moku is?
Yeah, so Moku is a publisher on Ronin Network, and we distribute a lot of the Ronin games, and we have an awesome partnership right now with Forgotten Runes doing Runiverse. So if you are not playing, you are missing out on basically so many rewards, so many donuts, so many sweets. I don't know what you're doing with your life.
That's what I'm saying.
I think we calculated the value, and it was like over $30,000 or $40,000 worth of USD of prizes. So when Hantao says there's treats over there, there's real treats.
Yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen the Moki Nut, our collab donut yet, I pinned it to the top of the space, so you can check out that sweet art. And then I will also find and post a video of one of the games on the Moku platform that I really enjoy. I've been playing Moki Pochi pretty much every night. I'll usually spin in for at least 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, we
Hantao, yeah, tell us about some of the things that we can do with Moku.
Not everybody speak at once. Sorry, I was too focused on collecting some of these assets so I can craft. But yeah, so basically on Moku, you can actually do all of the same quests and similar quests that you would in the game. And then because you can do the same, you can get points, and you just use those points and turn into the raffles or spend the gadget daily. And there's a lot of cool assets that are actually in store. So you can get wizards, warriors, and special crates. So there's a lot of cool things as well. And I think we're giving out some donuts as well. Not too sure about that one, but
Yep. Yeah. We've got a special Moku donut.
I don't know if that was a leak or not, but
I think someone just said it a few seconds ago.
Yeah, no, it's out there. We released the art along with the collab announcement too. I thought to keep it behind the curtain for a little while longer, but it's just too cute. We had to get it out there.
It's just too cute.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mentioned earlier about all the new donuts that we're going to have coming out, and the Moku Nut is one of them. But we have even more coming out. Stay
Well,
tuned.
here's my question: which one is your guys' favorite?
Our favorite donut?
Man, that's a good question.
That is.
The bear claw.
I gotta say the cobalt cream has got to be the best one.
You would, Tad. The shadow nut. The shadow nut is the best.
Yeah.
Is there a tier list for donuts anywhere? I feel like somebody should definitely make one.
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't seen one yet.
That would be fun. I would love to see that.
Oh wait, slice of bread friend is actually pretty good. That one's really hard to get because you have to have someone. You're dependent on someone else for referring you. Unless Dotta, how bad did slice of bread friend get botted?
Yeah, an incredible amount. It's probably the number one donut.
Or bread friend.
We're renaming it to slice of bot friend.
Slice of bot friend. Oh my god. My favorite donut is not revealed yet.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I like the half-eaten donut too. That one's fun.
Speaking of bots, I just was sent a YouTube video of somebody that is selling a Python bot to farm the Runiverse game. So I don't know if that's bullish. I think it's bullish.
Well, how much is it?
Not right. How much is it? Not that we'll allow it exactly, but it's kind of like you've made it when the bots decide. I think it's $100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dotta,
Is that a good deal?
Can you buy it and then write a virus to attack it or something?
Ooh, yeah, good idea.
Amazing.
I'm just gonna make everyone come to your house and just stand in your living room.
Yeah, as much of a drag as it is, to me, it feels like I've got to be doing something right to catch the attention of all the scammers. We've seen some pretty sophisticated Runiverse game website clones with scam links, lots of fake Twitter accounts popping up. I've been smashing them and blocking them left and right.
Yeah, for sure. Use Delegate Cash for your wallets. We support Delegate on the Donuts website. We support Delegate on the gaming website. So how you can use Delegate, right, is you go to delegate.xyz. And, one time you do have to connect your vault. You've got to connect your vault wallet. And then, let's see, somebody needs to mute their mic. What's going on here? There we go. Go to delegate.xyz, connect your vault, and then paste in the address of your hot wallet, of a game wallet, like your Ronin wallet that you have connected to the game. And then you can go to the game when you log in to the main screen where you connect your wallet. If you click that little shield icon, you can load in your delegate assets. And then you can play as your wizard within the game. And then similarly with the website for donuts, you can connect and it'll automatically detect your delegate wallet. So that way you never have to connect your vault to any of these other websites.
Matto, your mic keeps making noise.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come back up. Hentao, you have your hand up. Feel free to speak. You don't even have to raise your hand. You can just talk all you want.
If somebody wanted to make a tier list for donuts, where could they find all the PNGs?
Oh, so if you go to if you're logged into the donut website, you have to be logged in just because I don't know. I just figured logged out people wouldn't be as interested. If you're logged in, well, you can go to it, just /donuts. Donuts.forgottenrunes.com/donuts. And it's also in the menu when you're logged in, all donuts.
Yeah, the top right little hamburger menu, it says all donuts. But as we said earlier, there's going to be a lot more donuts than what's featured on the site right now.
Keep dropping and keep stacking them.
Yeah.
So while we're on the subject kind of Moku HQ and our collab, I wanted to mention something else that's happening right after the space today. Sean from Moku HQ is going to hop in the voice chat in our Discord and run some fun giveaways and games and things. So definitely hop in there and hang out with us after the show.
Hey, Hantao, I just sent you a friend request on Discord. I can actually just give you the raw art if for the donuts if you want that.
Oh, okay, sounds good. I was gonna decline it, but I'll accept it now.
But okay, yeah. I don't know. Do we have anything else to say about the game? I mean, again, I know there's a lot of bugs, but really, that's the point of this beta CBT. It's funny because like every time we launch a CBT, like internally, we're like, okay, the reason we're doing this is to find and identify bugs. But then the whole community, understandably, thinks that this is like the purpose is to have fun and play the game. And so there's like kind of a misalignment of expectations. But yeah, I mean, it's the purpose is to find bugs, and that we are
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, I think there's always a threshold, right? Like there's always a threshold of kind of like how many bugs is it okay to have versus like how many bugs does it just become frustrating to play at all? And so um I think if you recall, this happened with Eva Memory 2, right? Which is that like uh, well, okay. First off, the teams that we have, the engineers that we have on this are excellent, right? The teams who are working on the MMO worked on Ultima Online. They worked at Blizzard. They worked, on a ton of these like AAA games. And so it's not like the teams don't have the experience that they need to write an MMO. Uh, and writing an MMO is incredibly ambitious because you always have these kinds of issues, right? When you look at RuneScape, when you look at World of Warcraft, when you look at like any of these big MMOs in the early days, they also suffer from these kinds of issues because it's like incredibly difficult to do. So I think um, I'm really proud of what the team has put out. And I think there's really just some of these issues that you can only find when you let a lot of people come after it. And so already I think you're going to see that the server issues will be a lot lighter after these first 3 days. And so being able to kind of fix some of these issues that came up in just a few days is actually like an incredibly bullish sign for what we're going to be able to do in the long term. Huntao, please, you don't have to raise your hand. You don't
I
have to
mean,
raise
I
your
just
hand.
wanted you guys to finish your points. So Elf just sent me a zip file and is asking me for a password. That's kind of suspicious.
Oh wait, is it really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Okay. Weird. The one he sent me yesterday asked me for 12 different passwords.
I do have a question though. So what were like some of the toughest lessons you guys learned outside of bugs this time around?
I think that like the most difficult part is like uh I think like the most difficult part around keeping like managing an NFT project in general is just like having a thick skin and keeping perspective, right? Like because you basically have to be able to manage this balance of like on the one hand you need to take um, you need to take everything with a grain of salt. You need to have very thick skin. You need to be able to kind of like take a berating from 1,000 people for like 36 hours or a week on end. And you need to be able to like stand up and have people say like that what you built was like the worst thing ever and you all suck, right? But at the same time, you have to be able to have the sensitivity. Like you can't just be defiant in the face of that. You actually have to have the sensitivity and the receptivity and the humility to kind of tease out what people are saying is accurate and should be fixed, right? And so I think it's always kind of that like process of like trying to find the signal in the noise and being able to fix the most important things, because a lot of times too like the people who are happy are also like pretty quiet, right? If like I said, the game has been pretty consistent at in CCUs for like 24 hours straight since the opening of the game, and so you have like thousands and thousands of people playing the game like relatively happily, and it's really just kind of the bugs that come up and frustrate everyone. So it's like, um, but at the same time, you can't ignore those bugs. You really do have to address it. Take it super seriously. Find them, track them down, prioritize them, and get it implemented. So I think it's something like that. It's like that balance between kind of like having a thick skin and an optimistic outlook, but then also being like sensitive and coming to the community with kind of like without getting worked up towards the people that are like coming after you.
So true.
And this is a bit of a tangent off that, not so much a lesson learned, but one thing I've really seen being down in the ticket dungeon, there's such a broad community that we brought into the game this time. We saw it a little bit in our 2-day CBT, but as Dota was saying, I mean, like people are on 24 hours a day. They're on from all over the world. Like there's just a little bit of extra difficulty onboarding people with different language backgrounds, different expectations. Maybe they're brand new to the cult and our IP in general. And while there's frustrations dealing with support tickets, it's also been really fun just getting to meet a lot of new people, getting to kind of connect them to what we're doing and help point them in the right direction. So it is a growing pain sort of thing. Like it's painful for me in the moment, but it's cool to see how much growth has come in the community. And I know that there's going to be a lot of great people that stand in our ranks when the game is over, and that's going to be so important
Oh,
building down the road.
and echoing that too, and this is not blowing smoke whatsoever. The Ronin community has been incredible, right? Like I've mentioned this before, that we've had moments in our like groups culture where we get an influx of people from the outside from different groups, and sometimes they integrate and it's incredible, and sometimes it's been like oil and water and incredibly difficult, and people will come in and it's just like there's not a culture fit, and so there's a lot of frustration between groups. And the experience with Ronin hasn't been that at all. It's been in fact the exact opposite. The Ronin community has been incredibly like supportive and optimistic, and tweeting a ton of great content, playing the game, helping others, creating art, creating lore, and it's just been like just such. I'm like so happy that we chose to partner with Ronin. The community was something we'd heard about, but like you can never know until it happens, and I'm just so thankful to be a part of this community now.
I have to second that. The Ronin community is amazing. You guys have integrated into our community so well, uh, mostly because you're just such a bunch of talented creators. Like there was somebody on Twitter the other day that said, "Which NFT community is the best?" And like, obviously ours is. And I shared a tweet from somebody from the Ronin community because they made this really cool video of themselves like dressed up as a wizard and playing the game. Like that just
Love it.
fits so well in our
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And just for me to be able to like share something from the Ronin community as an exemplar of a perfect cult community member, that speaks volumes. So I'm so happy the Ronin community has been integrated into the cult. It's so great.
I couldn't agree more too. It's been awesome to see. And like one thing that I will add on top is like not only are these creators so creative, but they're also brave. Like they have recently entered the cult, are very recently and still absorbing all of the information, all of the lore to understand what it is that we do here and integrating into it seamlessly. And to be able to turn around that quickly and start putting out content, putting yourself out there in these videos, doing cosplay, like these are all things that require a sense of bravery and confidence in your own creative ability, and it's inspiring. I absolutely love it. I'm rereading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin right now, and there's so many things in that just strong parallels with everything that I'm seeing. The cult normally, absolutely, but it's great to have this injection of like new creative energy to kind of spin things up, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited about some of the new artists I've met. They do great work. I'm looking forward to getting some people in, commissioning lore and doing different art for people's character building. But they've just been so supportive. So many people I've helped out in tickets. I've seen later in chat, in the general chat, helping people out, like kind of lending a hand. I've been trying to help out a little with the Spanish chat. Uh, they have been fantastic. They're like taking care of themselves. They're self-regulated. They're like feeding me things that I need to know or that I need to take care of. It's just been really such a collaborative effort. It's amazing to see new people come in and take such ownership and want to be so helpful and want to see everything succeed here. So yeah, it's only adding to our numbers and our strength. It's really been amazing.
Damn right. Okay, anything else to say about the game? Any more questions about the game? Happy to talk about it more.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And if anybody wants to come up and ask any questions about the game, please feel free. Before we go, I want to know who this MSF person is using my PFP, my Goat Wizard. Speak up, homie. MSF. What's up? Silence.
Mysterious.
Wait, can anyone else hear him? I can't hear anything.
No, I think he's a quiet goat.
Hey, what up? We got Jitsi and Nalgene in the building. How you guys doing?
Yo.
Jitsi and Nal, what have you guys been up to lately?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Jitsi's just been in the ticket dungeon.
Yeah, Jitsi's tied down with me in the ticket dungeon. He's doing a valiant effort, but we're only 2 kobolds. We're doing the best we can.
Jitsi, how's life treating you these days?
Rats, he might be rugged. I can't.
Damn it!
Jitsi, if you want to drop down and hop back up, we can hear you.
I'll put it this way. Jitsi normally has a really funny, goofy-looking kobold that has his PFP, but now that he's got like a dark kobold, that is indicative of the mood that Jitsi has been in lately.
Dark Jits.
Dark
Oh,
kobold.
Man. Yeah. How many vapes have you bought since this beta has started?
Yeah. Okay. Andrew Campbell. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me up. I've very much
Yeah.
been enjoying playing Forgotten Runiverse. I was playing on the Apple Vision Pro in the park the other day. It was a hell of an experience. Highly recommend.
Saw that. So cool. Thanks for capturing that content for us. I was that's one thing I've had in mind is like what are all of the different weird devices and disparate ways that you can play Runiverse. So I'm super glad to see you taking that.
It's definitely one of the advantages of the browser-based accessibility. People have been talking about it for ages, but when there's just a simple login, I don't need my wallet or anything. It's actually totally viable just to do it on a device like that. Even if it's not officially supported, it still just kind of works. My questions are mostly cosmetic related. I have a wizard, so I look really cool in game. Somebody asked me if I was looking for a boyfriend earlier, so very excited about the cosmetics of the wizard I chose. Seems like it's working. But I noticed when I'm battling with other people, they all look really awesome. Like they look like Death Eaters and their graphics change with their items. Only my weapon changes. Any plans to give me more options so like I could put the helmet on my character? Like I want to look like a Death Eater too, but I don't want to stop being my wizard.
Yes, great question. That's one of my personal biggest requests, which is like we want to be able to use our NFT wizard, but we also want the option to be able to display the new armor and helmets we get. That is definitely a feature we are looking to incorporate ASAP. So yeah, I'm glad you're echoing that because I really want to see that too, and it's on the feature list.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. And then my second question was similarly cosmetic related. When I'm my wizard, I have this really long name that takes up like an
Yeah.
entire bar in the chat room, which is kind of cool, but nobody knows that I'm Zyori. And it would be awesome if it said my wizard name, then like Zyori.ron under it or something so that I could connect my RNS identity, just so people know. When I say I'm Zyori, I realize any imposter could, that's exactly what imposter Zyori would say.
Yes,
Absolutely.
it's funny you say that because I was going to follow up with, and then also the ability to change names. It's also on the feature list for sure. So yeah, yes to both of those requests.
And I can't speak on the exact details here, but I do know that the plan or the sort of tentative plan around name changing is to make that a bit of a special utility for, I believe, wizard holders or maybe a sort of subset of players, accessible to everyone through certain means. But definitely, that is an important part of like owning your identity in the Runiverse and showing up as the wizard you want to be. And that might not necessarily be the generated name that is attached to that NFT, 100%. Also, real quick, I just want to tack on. Nobody get mad at me for this. So, loved the Apple Vision Pro Runiverse. Has anybody ever seen that video of the kids playing Fortnite in the back of a pickup truck driving down the highway, and they're projecting the Fortnite game onto the side of a semi truck? Now, I am not suggesting you go out and do that, but if I see some really good content out on socials of you playing Runiverse in an interesting way, I might have a Nightmarium treat box to send your way. Who knows? Please join in, and you know, the first person to play one on a Samsung smart fridge, oh, you're definitely getting a smart or a treat box.
Yes, no, good call for real. Content. Playing the Runiverse game in odd situations or strange devices. I want to see somebody play Runiverse on a Tamagotchi keychain.
Yes.
If that's even possible.
First person to pull up the Runiverse on their vape screen gets
Yeah.
2 Nightmarium treat boxes.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for the question, Andrew. Both of those are definitely on the feature list. I see that we have Hail.Ron, 2slash, and Hin Boyd who came up. Who wants to? Someone just go first.
I'll start. This is Hen Boyd. I'm
What
number
up, Hin?
16 on the donut
Hin Boyd.
leaderboard, so I'm now a donut whale. Just wanted to say that Andrew is going to be our next speaker on Monday Magic News. Tune in 8:30 Eastern Time to Monday Magic News to get all the hot takes and mostly unbiased content and from the Runiverse. So I just wanted to put that out there. And
Nice.
one quick question: when is the password reset going to be fixed for the Runiverse donut account?
Great question.
It is now live.
Oh.
It should be working. We pushed that fix this morning
Awesome.
along with the leaderboard. But if you are having trouble, definitely open a ticket and we'll take a peek.
Thank you, guys. Y'all see y'all Monday, 8:30 Eastern Time, Monday Magic News.
Dotta, were you trying to speak?
I fixed it today.
Dotta's rugging. Oh. Can you guys hear? Oh, okay, he's gone. All right. Let's see. Who else? Somebody just speak up.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's,
what up,
Hale
Hale?
here.
Yep. We can hear.
Thanks for having me come up. This has been more game related. We've really been at it. I got a static, and we try to play every day and all. And I recall it was just yesterday on the Moki stage, where we were all very excited around the thought of items down the road being mintable and tradable, as we all expect with an RPG or MMORPG. And that was huge news yesterday. And on that note, I wanted to ask about where are we? What's our headspace with regards to like maybe distribution in game? Because like right now it seems completely random which party member gets what. But then I imagine, especially when it comes to like dungeon raids and like a need greed system, perhaps, or party management, would be very interesting. So, is there anything you can share on that regard, or yeah?
Great questions. Man, I wish Matto was up here. Matto would know better than I would. I think everything you're asking for is definitely, again, on the feature list, but does anybody have better information than I do on that?
Yeah, I believe Matto is here on the Forgotten Runiverse account. Matto, can we hear you? Oh, maybe not. It's not a Twitter space without some kind of rug. Go ahead.
No, I can speak to it. It's definitely a discussion. I think there's something fun about, having some interesting distribution when that stuff is given after. It is absolutely. I guess my direct answer is it's certainly a topic of discussion, and it will evolve from where it is now. I think giving any more details than that might be unfair to the dev team at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. Somebody shot a request to hop up on stage and speak, and I accidentally dismissed it because this user interface is a little buggy sometimes. So if that was you, go ahead and re-request. And also, if you have any questions, hop on up here.
Man, every space I've been on lately has been so buggy. I don't know what the deal is, but okay.
There's no devs. That's the problem.
Yeah, accurate.
Remember, it's Elon is on the keys. It's just Elon, just running Twitter from space.
Chewing on the wires.
I'm getting about 4 weeks in between replies on my support tickets to premium as a verified business organization. If that helps anybody get a lay of the land.
We got Wild Mage up here. What up, Wild Mage?
What up, Magic Machine?
Heyo.
I just wanted to pop in real quick. Yeah, Hinboy just said, yeah, we're gonna have a great show this coming Monday. But also, I wanted to reiterate something that I mentioned this past Monday. Right now, on Salty Sloan's Twitter profile, she has it set for a casting call for non-player characters that are actually going to be in and interactable with your players in this AI-driven game to come. And I don't think, I guess we've not really marketed enough. But the thing is, though, this is going to be a big deal because Bill and Acid actually have recently they partly own the Salt Kelpie because Blanco Moco sold it. And so there's going to be more liberties taken as to the fates of Salty Sloan and the Salt Kelpie in this conflict that is going to tear the entirety of the Salt apart. And it is also going to drive the entire community to be on either one side or the other. And there's going to be point updates as the weeks go by. It's going to get very competitive and very interesting, and you don't necessarily have to own a wizard or a warrior to participate, but you will get bonuses for holding wizards and or warriors as far as interacting in the game. Just yeah, but the thing is though, if you do sign up for the casting call to specifically have your character be an interactable NPC in the game, you won't be able to play with that specific wizard. So you do need to keep that in mind, but just wanted to draw some attention to that because that's going to be. I, I can't really get into it too much more, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think folks are going to get really competitive whether they choose to side with the Salt Kelpie or Salty Sloan.
Well, I can say I sent in a request with my two saltiest wizards, and they are very ready. I don't know what team they'll be on yet. I'll have to see who has the best offers.
There's going to be a lot of different reasons to actually join one or the other because of and this is all going to be updated in the lore. Like this is going to be a live interactive lore event going on for several weeks. So you guys are not going to want to miss it.
Cool.
Wild Mage, I'm trying to find Acid's post so I can pin it to the top, but I can't find it. But if you can find it, please pin it to the top because I know what you're talking about. I just can't find it.
I got it here. I'll pop it there. Just
thanks, homie.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds awesome, Wild Mage. I would side with Salty Sloan.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it.
Okay, cool. All right, Bear, do you want to share what you and I are doing tomorrow?
We are going to be, first of all, so happy to have Elf in the Bear Cave by the beach in Venice, California. Good to have you. Yeah, so Elf is in town. We are going to be on a panel tomorrow night with some very good friends of ours from IRL Alpha. Began sort of leads that group over there. I think it's one of the best Web3 meetups in the world, quite frankly. Every time I go there, I meet some really interesting people. People who come through the city always drop in there. So tomorrow night, we're going to be on a panel. Our good friend, Board Elon, will be there. He'll be on the panel. Leap, famous of Twitter Spaces, will be there. So we'll be talking about a bunch of stuff. We'll be talking about our game. We'll be talking about games in general, where the games are now, where they're going in the future. And we will also have a bunch of donuts to give away to everybody. Actual real donuts. So if you like sugary treats, that's a little surprise. And then we'll have a table out with all the comic books and stickers and swag and stuff like that. So I just think it'll be a good time. A lot of great people come through there. There's usually about like 70 to 100 people. So come through. I think that's 7:30 tomorrow night. You should check out their Twitter post IRL Alpha, and the address is in there. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I would love to meet anyone from the cult who I haven't met yet who happens to be in LA at that time. Please come. It'll be super fun. Um, but yeah, like Bear said, if you're not in LA, you can still watch it on Twitter. I just shared the link above. There's a live video feed, so you'll be able to see Bear and I's actual beautiful faces. I'm not going to wear a mask. I don't know if Bear will.
Board's I never wear a mask, but Board will have his helmet on. It's almost looks like a space helmet. And I said, will you please come? I know you never like show your face. He was like, if they can mic my helmet inside, I'll do it.
Dude, I love how so many people in crypto think they're Daft Punk.
This is straight up like a Daft Punk helmet too. He went on stage. I saw him at Consensus, be on a panel, and he was wearing this helmet, and I just like couldn't stop laughing. It's so ridiculous.
It's just such a funny thing. Like there's no other industry where people are like just going out of their way to hide their faces. But there's a ton of people in crypto who do it. It's like they took Satoshi Nakamoto's anonymity like to the next level. And it's just so fun and quirky.
For a while, actually, at that space, Andrew, you'll like this. Everybody was showing up with their Apple Vision Pros like on, and they were just walking around. And I was like, this is gonna last 3 weeks, and it lasted
Yeah.
about 3 weeks. And now it's like I'm like, oh, like where's your Apple Vision Pro now? Like you were just trying to flex that you bought like this really cool device, and now you're out there and you don't care how ridiculous you look. It's kind of amazing. I'll be honest. Maybe I'm just a little bit jealous.
Oh, totally. I really thought it was going to be a lot more useful when I bought it. I was like, this is a productivity device, going to be taking meetings. Like, I thought it could record in 3D video and all this shit. No, it can watch 3D video, but it doesn't know how to make it. And that little avatar thing, the 3D version of you, it's
Yeah.
so scary. You can't use it in meetings unless you're really trying to freak people out. You look like this dead ghost. And if you don't use that, there's no camera of you. So you show up to meetings and you're just the one guy without a camera because you wanted to use your Apple Vision Pro. So it's a really expensive, not that productive toy. But that's how we go, I guess.
Yeah.
It's V1.
It's V1 exactly. I tried it and I think it's absolutely incredible. I just felt that
How does it work for like text and stuff? Like, can you read text?
Yeah,
it
there's
pops
a lot of
in.
voice commands and there's a lot of like manual clicking with your fingers. Input is very slow, but it's great for like watching movies. I've had a couple good meetings where I set up like screens all around me and I'm walking around in a room. If you've got like, I don't know, 4 spreadsheets you're looking at and you're talking to somebody about something technical, that's like the only meeting use case I found where it's really awesome because you just have, imagine a 4K screen. You've got like a 10K screen. You can just put windows everywhere. That's pretty cool, but do I need that? No, my 4K monitor does pretty well.
I feel like you just gave Dotta all the reason to get one of them. That's like the use case I feel like you would use it for, Dotta.
Yeah, I just want to like use it for coding, but like sitting comfortably. Because if you get those like, you know, sitting at a desk all day is just so boring. And if you get those like relaxer chairs, like the scorpion chairs, you know what I'm talking about, where it's like,
Yes.
that's like a beetle in your living room or something, right? It's like 12 grand, stupid. But if you could have an Apple Vision Pro and you could program while you have it, when you have all these great monitors. But like, I don't know. I feel like your eye fatigue is going to catch up to you sooner or later. Like, there's no way you can do that like 60 hours a week for a long time,
I
right?
doubt it.
Right?
I can get through about one movie and then I'm ready to get out of it. It is definitely a little bit heavy and I can feel it on my face. I haven't been able to do like an 8-hour workday session and just forget that I'm in it and get into flow state. You can use the Apple keyboard or whatever and it shows up digitally and kind of recognizes it. So it's okay for writing or maybe coding, but I would say for a sprint, if you're trying to switch up your position, it's like a standing desk, but there's no way. If you could sit in that thing for 60 hours a week, you should be like a Navy SEAL or something.
Maybe I should become a Navy SEAL.
Ooh, let's do that next. Side quest.
Dota's Navy SEAL arc. I'm here for it.
I'm really honest.
I'm just thinking about how many support tickets I could have pulled up if I had one of those sweet headsets. I could be doing like 7 tickets at the same time. It would be incredible.
Too funny. Update. We've got our first donut tier list pinned to the top of the space from Blood Nation or Bood Nation. Sorry.
Hey.
Oh, and speaking of tweets that are pinned to the top of the space, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the DAO Warrior auction that's happening this week. There are 10 warriors that have been selected from the DAO wallet that are open for bids until Friday. I need to confirm, but I believe we're going to try to close it around 12 noon Pacific time. So there's a tweet there that has a link to every one of the warriors. You need to place a bid on the Forgotten Market, and whatever the highest bid is at the closing time, we'll accept that bid, and you will win a sweet warrior. There's some really cool ones in there. My champion is obviously the best because he's a kobold, and those are the coolest. But there's also a Dream Master. There's a Red Ronin head, and a few other really cool ones. So be sure to check that out if you're on the hunt for a special warrior.
Fun. Bear, did you notice on this tier list that the Bear Claw is ranked F tier?
Rough.
Wow. I'm about to get into someone's DM, sliding in hard. I'm sliding in very hard. Be careful.
Hey, wait, I got a soundboard item for that.
What was that? Is that me? Is that me sliding in? Ooh.
That is the
No, you got
that is the
oofed.
Roblox death or damage taking sound.
It's funny.
Too good.
Okay, well let's jump into the chronicle. But before I do that, we did have one lore question today from J Mander. And actually, I think we could give this to everybody on stage. J Mander is asking, what is your favorite Forgotten Loons lore fun fact for all new people? I'll go ahead and start. You guys think about your favorite lore fun fact. My favorite lore fun fact has to do with the Ouroboros. Which, by the way, Bear can't even pronounce it. He pronounced it Aurora Borealis the other day on a space. But
Listen, if you got,
We love
oh
you,
my
Bear.
God, I'm about to just bounce out of here. I'm going to the beach.
Anyway, the Ouroboros is our highest ranking divine figure of the universe. It's the twin dragons of space and time. Dotta, can you mute your mic?
Yeah.
And so what I love about it though is it's one of the beasts, but the first 7 beasts came through the gate to the 7th realm, but the Ouroboros came to us through Times Square in New York City. That was when it first appeared. It was literally on one of the screens in Times Square in New York City. And what's so much fun about that is, like I said, it's called they're called the twin dragons of space and time. They are literally the divine figurehead of space and time itself. And Times Square in New York is also a representation of time and space on planet Earth. So there's just a lot of really fun quantum synchronicity there. This project, there are so many areas where there's this just amazing alignment between fact and fiction, between the Runiverse and the real world. And the Quantum Ouroboros is just one of many. So that's one of my favorite lore fun facts. But yeah, does anybody else want to offer one of their favorite lore fun facts?
Oh, I've got a few. I think one of my favorite lore histories is the way that SPZ, are one of our favorites from the OG group, came into the Runiverse by looking for a wizard for at least 3 months, maybe 4 months, and messaging all of us incessantly, trying to like choose which one is best. He even ended up writing some really good lore for someone else that owned a wizard, and then later on went on to own that wizard. I think Sorcerer Milo of the Shadow or something like that. But I always thought that was a really cool full circle of getting interested, looking into it, writing lore for the character, for the cult, and then ending up becoming the owner of that said token. The second one, and it'll be quick. I just love that when Oliver Tree put on the Gigas Chad outfit, he actually turned into Gigas Chad and body slammed the person on stage. I feel like that's just very appropriate.
Exactly. Like Ted, both
Love it.
examples you gave are like examples of like the fictional world colliding with the real world. And yes, those are such good examples. Sorry, go ahead, Dotta. I think you were trying to say something.
No, I was just agreeing. Yeah, I think another, I don't know if this is a favorite, but another one that comes to mind was on Mint Day, um, Dialectic was minting a ton of wizards, and they ended up minting the maximum mint that you could send was 0.7 ETH, but it let you send as much ETH as you wanted, but you still only got like that many wizards, like 0.7's worth of wizards, and they accidentally sent like 70 ETH or something, and this was like when ETH was a lot, like pretty good, like it was several $100,000. And then we'd never met before, and they DM'd me, and they're like, "What? Like, can you send us our money back?" You know, and I didn't know if I was getting scammed or what, but they eventually ended up like, I don't know if they minted the Sacred Keymaster or if they acquired it after the fact. But I think that like some of my favorite moments are really like when you have this kind of interaction of like the real world cult and kind of the lore of the characters intertwining.
Yep. Bear, do you want to offer anything? I think Bear's in the bathroom again.
Oh no.
Bear went to the beach. I think we ran
Oh
him
yeah,
off.
that's
He's looking
right.
for the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
He's got those bare toes in the sand right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, unless anyone does anyone else have anything they want to mention?
Yeah, we got one thing here. Maple Dad wanted to hop up and read us a little bit of lore today.
All right.
Hey, good to see everybody. How's happy Wizard Wednesday? I've got a fun little piece to share today, and I wanted to share it because this is a little piece of lore I wrote a couple months ago now, I guess. And I wanted to share it because I'm on the donut leaderboard. I'm in the top 20, which is really cool. And the really impressive thing about the really impressive thing about my donut stack is it's almost all lore donuts. It's like 9.
Oh God, that was so loud. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's like 90% lore donuts, which I think is just so amazing that, that creating stories has been this founding pillar of this community, and the donut points delivered on that promise, which was really, really cool to see. So now
here's a more reasonable volume one. There you go.
The story I'll tell to everybody is that you should continue writing lore because there will still be ways to reward good quality, awesome, fun lore. So with that, let me read a little story. This is the lore of Dot Contaminator of the Rock. And this is a meta bot, or this is a meta bot character that I had for a while. So it begins with a quote. In the vast expanse of the Runiverse, there lived a robot man named Dot Con. Dot Con was short for Dot Contaminator of the Rock. However, he was pretty fond of the good old days when pirates surfed the World Wide Web. This period was known as the Dot Con boom, apparently. And okay, stop. You can't start your lore like that, said Uvulus. He got up from his desk and he walked over to the bear chair where Dot was sitting, speaking aloud into the boombox, recording the story. You can't start with That's not okay. That's not okay. Dot looked puzzled. But why not? The Runiverse is vast and expansive. What's the issue? Uvulus furrowed his brow. That's how all robots start their stories. You've got to switch it up a bit. And the pirates of the olden days didn't work exactly like you think they did. Try again. Uvulus stopped the cassette player, rewound quickly, and hit record again. Okay, go again from the beginning. Dot nervously adjusted himself in the chair. Okay, well, once upon a time, there was a robot man, and he, Dot jumped up from the chair bear with annoyance. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. The chair bear rumbled softly, shifting awkwardly. It has to start within the vast expanse of the Runiverse. That's my story. That's the way I want it to read. It's a testament to the greatness of the Runiverse. Uvulus cut him off again. No, you stop. Are you a man or are you a robot? Are you magic or are you machine? Dot stamped his feet. I don't know. Do you? Maybe I'm both, huh? You ever think of that? Why can't someone have a little magic in their machine? Why can't someone start off their story with, in the vast expanse of the Runiverse? Maybe I just like starting my story off like that, okay? Maybe it's part of who I am. It's a testament to... Oh, stop saying that! Uvulus shouted as he flung his red cap at Dot. It bounced off the Robo-Man's glistening chest. I just want people to see your human side. I want people to know you're special. That you're not just another of the Legion. Dot moved towards Uvulus and took his hand. I know that. I know that too. You freed me from that. You gave me life. Like all my brothers and sisters might never know. I'm me now. I'm me because of you. A bead of oil welled up in Dot's eyes. But the life I began life as a robot. That's part of my story. The Loracle gave me my beginning. And that origin helped make me who I am today. Dot walked over to the window and looked out over the great library's garden. From there, he could see the mysterious creature towering, the mysterious tower of the Loracle to the left, and the gardens down below, where he spent his days enjoying the sun, hands in the dirt, helping grow life all around him. I can't change who I am, or where I came from, and I don't want to. I am me. I am magic, and I am machine. Uvulus only smiled.
Amazing.
Is that it? Is that it?
That was so good, Meeple Dad. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Meeple,
I love
I know.
that. That's so cool. Go ahead.
No, please go for it, Ted.
Just the way that started immediately, I think all of our hackles raised a little bit, and we're like, oh man, this is some AI generated lore, a vast expanse, a testament to. But the way that it was written into a throwback of AI lore by a bot in the Runiverse, there's so many layers there. Brilliant story. That's super cool, Meeple.
Thanks. Yeah, and you know, I wanted to share that specific piece. I got cut off right at the end there, I think, but anyone can go check it out. But I wanted to share that specific piece because, you know, it's okay to use a little magic and a little machine together in the stories you write and the stories you create, and don't let imaginary limits stop you from creating in this space. Build something that's truly part of you and who you are and share those stories. But use the tools that we've got to make it richer and deeper and connected. So that's the message I wanted to share with everyone.
Words of wisdom from Meeple Dad. Yeah, Meeple, I know what you were doing with that story. It was like a meta commentary on what it means to create lore and cult content in this world we live in now with AI creation tools. You were writing lore about making lore. So very clever, my dude. Really nice, and of course he used a robot to tell the story of the meta lore commentary. Really nice, man. But okay, guys, the Cult Content Chronicle has been absolutely enormous in the past few weeks, and that is awesome. I think we can credit this new Ronin community to just these massive chronicles, as well as the cult has been making a bunch of amazing work lately as well. So I'm gonna try to speed run the chronicle with some fresh art commentary, and let's see how this goes. But Entropy, I might ask you to interject maybe at some point through this speed run.
Sounds good.
Okay, so number one, starting off, Wizard Small got a brand new tattoo. Dotta, I hope you are ready to reimburse him. And what makes this really special is Daniela Illustra is the one who illustrated it. Dotta, did you want to step in?
I'm so excited about this tattoo. It's been a long time coming. Small has been talking to me about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. He sent me drafts of the tattoo. It's of his soul. Yeah, and it's just an incredible piece. I would say that even for me, after talking to him about it for weeks, when he showed me the final like photos on his arm, it was like shocking. I was not expecting it to be that big, actually. Like I was not expecting it to take up like his whole forearm, whatever it takes up. Uh, and it just is like, yeah, just an incredible piece by Daniela, an incredible piece on his skin. I think like that is really the ultimate cult commitment tattoo of your wizard of your soul. That is incredible work.
Damn right. Okay. Number two, Tita.Ron. Okay, this is the actual video I mentioned earlier in today's show that I shared with someone else who was asking who has the best NFT community. It's us, and Tita.Ron is an exemplar of the kind of community members that we want. Number three, Other Guide Pros. Speaking of awesome community members, has made a beautiful, wonderful, informative video about stacking donuts. If you guys aren't subscribed to Other Guide Pro or following him on Twitter, go do it right now. Number four, BioArtem.Ron, another awesome Ronin creator, made a really adorable little comic strip about the Mokus and their intersection with the Runiverse. Number five, Magus Devon, with another commission from 888 Hattie Mitu of Magus Devon of the Quantum Downs. Number six, Sunskirt has made some awesome fan art of Enchanter Orbis's Eyeball Wizard. Number seven, Code Nino shared a beautiful commission by one of our favorite artists, Shadowy 30. Number eight, Matt Madu. I do not know how to say this person's name. They were up last week, but they did some really beautiful Runiverse game art. They are part of the Kind Collective. Burnt Coffee, number nine. Burnt Coffee has been making tons of great work lately. Burnt Coffee, I think, is a Magic Machine favorite. We have been sharing all of their artwork in our Discord. We love Burnt Coffee's artwork.
And I'm first in line for a collab, so y'all get behind me.
Okay.
Or sorry, not a collab, a commission.
Sure. Yeah. Awesome. Number 11, David Azel 7 shared some really fun artwork of the Storm King from the Runiverse game. Number 12, Legendary Warrior Salty Sloan. This is what Wild Mage was talking about earlier. Salty Sloan is inviting people to submit their characters for an inclusion in an upcoming game called Runiverse Trails. So yeah, if you want to do that, look at number 12 in the Cult Content Chronicle. Number 13, Virgilius the Sorcerer continues to develop their wizards lore on top of Mount Kirama. And then they also shared a hilarious meme of their wizard basically stuffing donuts in Homer Simpson. I mean, that's all it really is. Number 15, Julia Say What did a really cute meme of a cute meme about someone eating golden glazed donuts. Um, Number 16, Nard made a fun meme. Jiro dreams of donut. I think it's a play on that movie, Jiro Dreams of Sushi. But Jiro is currently leading number one on the leaderboard. So I think that's where the meme comes from. Speaking of memes, Tanya made, oh my God, this is one of my favorite memes of the week because it was just so topical and so quick. I don't know if y'all saw JD Vance go try and buy donuts, but wow. Um, just go watch it. Hilarious. And so, of course, Tanya made a brilliant meme of a wizard buying donuts from Dota. Just go look at it. It's great. Zio.ron has given us the Donuts Dance. So I mean that's all I can really say. Go check out the Donut Dance, number 18 in the Cult Content Chronicle. Speaking of memes, Magus Devon put. I don't even know what this meme is called. It's like the Triangle Circle Factory, and he's putting a donut into it. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Just go look at it. Emily V made a Homer Simpson meme. A lot of memes in this one. Oh, here's a good one. The little green wizard with the net, who took over the internet like a month ago. He has been integrated into the donut stacking meta. Number 21 in the Cult Content Chronicle. Number 22, D'Lo made a fun video about stacking donuts. 23, Findrift.run dressed up as a wizard, making a fun, informative video about stacking donuts. Number 24, Elijah Flowers put together a helpful guide for newcomers to the cult about how to stack donuts. Freya Kind made a really great video inspired by donut stacking. Number 26, Two Cable 2. They made blend shapes for their imp wizard, and they are now, I guess, cosplaying as their wizard in video format, making some fun, informative content about the Runiverse.
One of my wizards has a very short cameo in this video as well.
Oh, nice. Ryan.run, also another informative video about the game. Everybody's making video content about the game. I love it. KG, our boy KG, also, of course, made some video tutorials about the Runiverse game. Frog Eater, who is on the Magic Machine team, made a really cute 3D whiz sitting on a donut. What I love about this piece is it feels like the style of what's that game? Super Mario RPG from way back in the day. That's what this style reminds me of, which I love. Two Crows, the Two Crows Bizarre Resurrection has made some really great art of their iconic wizard Two Crows. Delta Mouse shared a really cute image of a little mouse doing some donut magic. Dota made a really fun dark fantasy wizard generator. Dota, do you want to say anything about that?
I think that I'm re-inspired on the opportunities for these diffusion models for wizards. So if you haven't been following image generation lately, there is a new model called Flux. It's actually by the original Stable Diffusion team, whatever. And one of the things that it can do is it can actually super tightly adhere to your prompt. So you can actually describe your wizards in very specific detail, and it, for the most part, captures all those details. And so that's new, right? Like when we first came out with the kind of Dream Master bot, like what was a year ago, the prompts are kind of like rough, and the adhesion to what you instruct it to do is kind of rough, and where it's getting a lot better. So, I think we're going to lean even more into that. We've even upgraded the Deep Dream Master bot within Discord to use kind of this new model. So you'll notice actually the Deep Dream Masters in Discord, Waz did that. They actually look a lot better. But I feel that like people should be able to customize the prompt for their own wizard, right? That feels like the next step that we need to go, where the lore about your character is not just like a blog post story that you post into the book of lore, but like this whole set of attributes about your character. Like you describe what it looks like, you describe what their personality is like. You describe what they would be like in certain situations, because I think really like the kind of like generative content that still represents like who your character is like just getting started. So yeah, it's a little piece of that.
It's really nice, man. I have yet to use it, but I'm looking forward to jumping in. Okay, Professor Ordilly shared their first lore entry about their wizard. And then also Cloudy TK did the same, working on their warriors lore. Magus Wazir, who has been on paternity leave lately, shared just a really cool Y2K version of a wizard. This is one of my favorites. I don't know how Waz did this, but I want to see more Y2K wizards. It's super fun. Daniela Lustra, who has an entry in the Chronicle every week, shared some work in progress on the comic that she's been making. Zayla Soul shared a really adorable image of Bread Friend. Clooney the Rat continues work on the Forgotten Runes Nifty Island. In addition, he also made an icosahedron, aka 20-sided rune dice. Igduo continues to make really fun gins of the most dapper wizard in the Runiverse. Jason DeSante continues with the Daily Dancing Wizzy Vizzy Viddies, number 63. Meeple Dad shared a glimpse of a charismatic map card that will be in the upcoming Treasure Trove, which, by the way, if you have not ordered Treasure Trove 2.0, go do it. And then also Meeple Dad, it continues with the Riddles in the Dark. He's on day 240. And then the the Forgotten Runes DAO, the Wizard Council, is doing a Rumble auction fundraising event starting today. Go check that out. It's entry number 44. And then, of course, Magic Monday News. As Hin Boyd said earlier, the special guest was OX Hale. Magus Devon shared a new commission from SSM underscore A underscore U. This one's actually really nice. Beautiful commission. Unboxing Web. There's actually a vote right now happening between Cool Cats, Oni Force, and Forgotten Runes. And guess what, guys? We are winning that competition. If you have not voted on this yet, go to number 47 in the Content Chronicle and ensure the win, because we do have the best comic on the market. Ozma Bro did this really adorable Pepe Nas for Castamere. Ozma Bro, this is actually one of my favorite pieces I've seen all week, because I don't think I've ever seen Oz draw in this style. But yeah, it's Lil Nas as a wizard and wearing a fanny pack, of course. That's a perfect ending to the Cult Content Chronicle. My God, we had 48 entries in this one. That might be a new record for the Cult Content Chronicle.
It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, very impressive, guys. Please keep up the good work. I love seeing a fat chronicle. That's what I want to see.
We love the content.
Yes. Okay, guys, is that it?
You're a fat chronicle.
I think so.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. Hi.
No, that's fair. You're back from the beach. You're ready to tango again. I think that is all we have today. Quick reminder: there is no DAO VC or no DAO chat in the VC after this space. Instead, today we're doing a little hangout with the crew from Moku. There's going to be some games, some giveaways, some prizes. So hop into the Discord voice chat directly after this and hang out.
Y'all, we are crushing bugs on the Runiverse game. Thank you for your patience. I love seeing all the posts about the game on the timeline. Our Discord has been popping off with new players, new cult members. I promise we're seeing all of your feedback. We're crushing bugs. So just bear with us. But the game is honestly, all things considered, doing really well. I think it's going to be a major success. I think it's going to be one of the hottest games, if not the hottest game this year in Web3. So just stay tuned and bear with us. Good things are coming. Entropy, can you start up the music?
I sure can. Hit it.
Dotta, is there anything else you want to say?
No, thanks. If what you said was what I was going to say, so I love it. Thank you.
All right. This has been Elf, Bear, Dotta, Entropy, Nalgene, Tad Major, Jitsi the Dark Kobold, and all of the wizards of the Forgotten Runes Wizards Cult, channeling out from the Quantum Downs. GN, everybody.
Channeling from the Quantum Downs.
Bye.
It's Wizard Wednesday. It's Wizard Wednesday. Black Goat Elf, Dotta Puppet too. Bearsnake by the ocean blue. It's Wizard Wednesday. It's Wizard Wednesday. Kobolds and Dream Masters soar. Putting their root on the door. It's Wizard Wednesday. Forevermore. Wizard Wednesday. Lore at the core. We are a cult with a world of our own. Never forgotten or magic is known. It's Wizard Wednesday. It's Wizard Wednesday. Let's read from the book of lore. Legendary wizards at the core. Don't get lost in the quantum shadow. Abracadabra is our magical manifesto. Wednesday. It's Wizard Wednesday. Eat a donut, set your soul on fire. The sacred flame on a funeral pyre. The seventh gate with golden locks. The nightmare imp with a treat box. It's Wizard Wednesday. It's Wizard Wednesday.
It takes a wizard to wield magic. It takes a wizard to remember. It takes a wizard to resurrect a forgotten Runiverse.
Yes!